Hi, I'm Mrs. Grano, and I wanted to welcome you to your eSchool math course, Liberal Arts Math Segment 1. I wanted to take a second just to give you an overview of the course and introduce myself. First off, along with teaching eSchool, I wanted to kind of just show you my kids, introduce my family. So I have three kids. They all go to Kenosha schools also. So my oldest, Bella, is an 8th grader at Mahone. This year. My middle daughter, Gianna, is a 5th grader at Nash, so her last year at Nash Elementary. And then my youngest is Jax, and he is also at Nash Elementary. He is in 3rd grade. So both of my girls play viola also. So besides teaching online math with Kenosha eSchool, my three kids, their sports and activities keep our family pretty busy. Along with that, I also teach fitness classes at the Rexplex in Pleasant Prairie. So that's more of a hobby, something fun that I really enjoy that I've been doing for a while outside of the school hours. So let's jump right into your course here. So liberal arts math. So when you log in to liberal arts math the first time, you should see this landing page where this is the beginning of your course. Just really going over some getting started information that's also in the welcome email you were sent. The biggest thing is to make sure that you do go through everything in this first folder, the welcome folder, and then complete the pre-course survey. Once you submit that Google form, you will receive a password. Once you have that password, that's what you can use then to access the Getting Started assignment, which again will be kind of going over all the highlighted information in the welcome folder and the course expectations. Also on the landing page and also part of eSchool our policies is the academic integrity policy. So take a second if you don't completely understand that or haven't read through that, just so you understand plagiarism in the online environment, plagiarism in the online math environment. So understanding Googling, searching for answers, copying and pasting stuff, that's all against that policy and what that means for yourself. As we get in here, as we get started here, jumping right into the welcome folder. So what you'll notice is all your folders are over on the left-hand side. So module or segment 1 is for modules 1 through 6. So you will complete all the coursework for this, and actually everything in your grades will show you everything you need to turn in. So the cool thing is when you go to your grades, everything will have a due date, and that will be all the work you need to do for this half a credit of math for liberal arts segment 1, ending with your final exam, which you will take at the eSchool office. And you need to earn a 60% or higher on your final exam to earn credit for the course. This folder section here, you will the student version or as your student view, you will see that you also have announcements in your to-do list, which will actually pop up first every time you log in. So make sure that you know that you can condense that to-do list and that you are checking the course announcement. So every Monday I do update that. I usually include a picture or something just about myself and share a little bit about what's going on this week, specifically when I would be available. So that's a good thing just to take note of at the beginning of every week before you go to your to-do list or before you go into your course folders. Welcome folder here though is getting started, so going through all of these parts of the welcome folder, including the course expectations, which is attached to your welcome email. So this is something for you or for parents if you want to print this out just to have a hard copy to reference. Has some of the communication that we use in eSchool. The beginning here is really just tips in terms of doing online math, what I've experienced over the last 10 years of teaching online math and working with students, whether they excelled at math or struggled with math, what worked out best to maximize their learning and their success. Progress reports, they will be sent on and emailed on a regular basis to both the student and the parent. Your due dates, and we talk about your pace charts, if you ever see that word come up, or whether you're behind pace or ahead of pace or right on pace, that is all based off of your grades. So when you are enrolled in your liberal arts math course, you should see that you have a start date and an end date, which is typically 9 weeks to finish in, and then all of your coursework is kind of populated and assigned a due date. So you want to stay close to those due dates so that you can finish your course on time and be able to take your final and obviously again earn your credit. eSchool attendance, you do need to at least successfully submit at least one assignment every week. So make sure that again that you're actively working the course. Discussion-based assessments also referenced here in liberal arts as oral components, so they're the same thing. But you'll notice that they come up at the end of every module, right after you do kind of the test review, before you do the module test, and that is a time for you and I to talk on the phone. So those are really important, that we have that kind of opportunity to pause, for you and I to set up that discussion-based assessment, and we either do it over the phone or we can also do it on Blackboard Collaborate, so kind of meeting online in that real time also. If it works out better or if maybe you need more help, that's an opportunity for Blackboard Collaborate. But please do those. Those are worth points, and you don't want to be skipping over those. Whether you need a lot of help or you don't need any at all. And that's something that you can call or text me to set up a time to make sure that either I call you or works out for both of our schedules for that discussion-based assessments. Your grade book, again, your grades, checking that on a regular basis. Again, when you log into your math course every time, you're not going to go to your grades, but that's something you definitely want to go to because that will give you the work you've done, what's been graded. You can check your work. You can go back and look at your mistakes, see your start date, see your end date, see what you should be finishing this week, all of those things. Late work and policies, please read those. Resubmitting work. So again, once you're in your gradebook, you have that opportunity to do resubmits. If you see an arrow next to an assignment in your gradebook, that means it needs to be retaken, resubmitted. Obviously, review it before you go into it. And again, reference your due dates. So again, if things get in red, they're past due. Big thing with math and math online is making sure you're checking your feedback. So with an online course, it's great because everything you need is there. The lessons are there, right? It's kind of on demand that you can access them. And then also your feedback, everything's logged, every assignment, every question you answered, whether it's right or wrong. So making sure that you're going into your gradebook and clicking on those scores to review, again, the specific questions, right or wrong, and the correct answers. But then also my feedback. So I try to give good feedback in terms of what you maybe did right, what you did wrong, how you can correct it, maybe a video you need to watch. So if you miss all that, you're missing a huge part of that learning process and that success that you're going to maximize that success for you at the end. Again, the ultimate goal for you is to be successful and to pass your final exam and earn credit in the course. And so that's what all of these components, the discussion-based assessments, the checking the feedback is all meant to support you with that. Final thing is just have a math notebook. So have a blank notebook just for liberal arts math. Please be taking notes. It's something that you can reference during the final, but I need you to be taking notes throughout the course on each lesson. And finally, how final exams work. And again, reviewing kind of what needs to happen in order to earn credit in the course. So that's course expectations. Math mindset, you can read through this. So a big thing with doing math is kind of having that growth mindset, right? That mistakes are good no matter what you came with your math ability, that you can improve upon that and show progress and grow in this math class and whatever goals you have after this class, using this, whether it's just to earn your math credit, whether it's so that you can take another math class, kind of using all of these norms and these standards to help you get in that right mindset with that. So take a second to take a look at that, including the checklist of habits that we'll reference throughout the course. Once you do that, you should be prepared. You should be good to go to start the couple of first getting started assignments. First is the pre-course survey. So some of this is logistics, telephone numbers, parents, that type of thing. Some of it's some just general information about you that I like to have or start to kind of get my picture of who you are and what you enjoy. Once you submit this Google form, you're going to get that password. So it's kind of like my key that you have done the survey, and then you will be able to go to this assignment. So this is just a true or false assignment. When you start it, you can enter that password in, you're good to go. Once you're done with that, you are ready to start your first math lesson. One thing that you want to reference as you're working throughout modules 2 through 6, so notice there's not a module 1. It was more of a just support module, so I don't even have that for you to take a look at. You have this math help folder in which there's a math resource website you can go to. Here's my contact information, so this is important, whether you're setting up a discussion-based assessment oral component, whether you need help, whether you're going to schedule your final, you can't access something, maybe a video doesn't work, you can't see the assignment, you don't know where the assignment is. All of those things, you can use any of these methods. You can email me. Please check your email on a regular basis because that is progress reports. Just that quick way that I can send you a message is through email, especially it's an online course. I do have a cell phone just for eSchool. You can call me at any time. If I don't answer, please leave a message. or ultimately texting. I know a lot of students feel very comfortable texting when they need to contact me or need to set up something. I am at eSchool on Wednesdays from 1 to 3, so that is the only time I'm at eSchool. It being an online course, you do have a small window for face-to-face help if it works out with your schedule. Otherwise, we use Blackboard Collaborate, which is our online classroom. I'm always on there for my online office hours from 9 to 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. Again, doesn't always work with everybody's schedule. Anything else is just set up by appointment. So again, texting me, emailing me, setting up a time to meet on Blackboard Collaborate if you need more one-on-one help. Reminder again, check your course announcements. Each week I update that on Monday. Checking those out. Here is the Blackboard Collaborate link, so you can access it here. I would definitely try it on your computer right away. Make sure it works. Chromebooks, there are some issues with Blackboard Collaborate where we might have to use another online classroom kind of option if need be. How to type math, you can watch this video. So when you're submitting in Buzz here, maybe it's a quiz where you have to type out your answer in like an essay box, how you can use math tools to do that, or if you're turning in a Google Doc, typing in, so there's some assignments where you'll have to actually attach something or share something with me, how you can do that in those fashions. And I'm pretty open with how you type it, so definitely ask me if questions. Otherwise, I can usually interpret, the square root of 21, how you wrote that. Make sure with Google Docs, which is kind of a side note, that you do share all Google Docs with me. So if you submit a Google Doc and you haven't shared with me, I can't access it. You're going to get a 0 and have to resubmit it. And here's some more online math resources. So that is the gist of it. After that, you're jumping right into Module 2, and you can see the setup where it's going to be a lesson and then an assignment kind of working through all of that. So that's just the general overview. You'll get more once you get in the course. But like I said, hopefully we'll be in touch. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to having you in this class.